Welcome, beautiful yogis. Let's practice together. Today we'll explore all the ways the spine can move. We'll also explore settling, coming into the body and quietening the mind a bit. So let's start today lying on your back. Come all the way down, hug your knees in. Giving yourself a little hug. A little hug and a little rock. And this feeling of coming into here, coming into now. It only takes a little reminder to breathe. And so getting comfortable now with your feet on the mat. Knees can stay bent, your arms alongside, taking a moment to be still. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something settles, softens, and makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper. And I remember again that life isn't a relay race, and that we will all cross the finish line, and that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make this choice to stop, to breathe, and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. So as you lie, feel your breath, having stopped a moment. Begin to shape your breath a little more deeply and a little more slowly. And letting your inhale initiate deep in your low belly and feel how it rises. Filling, expanding to fullness, and then that controlled and easy releasing of your breath all the way out to emptiness, and doing it again. So in this way our breaths are threaded together, expanding, subsiding, and letting the breath be that point of focus. And the ground hold us. So our practice begins now with some movement. We've got the feet flat, the knees bent. Let's go ahead now, as the inhale occurs, take that right arm straight up and overhead, thumb on the ground, vigorous stretch. As the exhale occurs, slide your left leg straight out on the mat. And stay now in this diagonal stretch for the inhalation. Staying and invigorating for the exhalation. One more inhalation here. And now return the arm and the foot to that starting place as we exhale. And now the next inhale is the left arm. Take it up and overhead, nice and vigorous. And then the exhale would be the right leg straightening out on the mat, creating vigor in this diagonal line for the in Increasing vigor for the out. One more deep and slow inhalation. And then on the exhalation, return the arm and the foot. Lovely. So let the foot land. Adjust and tuck your sacrum a little bit. And then take the feet off the floor, having your shin bones parallel to the mat and your knees over your hips. Same pattern. Right arm, left leg. Now at the same time, inhale, stretch along the diagonal line. And the exhale, bring it back. Left arm, right leg, extend and stretch. And bring it back. Continuing with this, we're moving from the core muscles, propelled by breath. One arm, one leg, returning on exhale. And let it be slow and mindful. Each breath, the opportunity to come back to this here and now, to be present. And we have one more to each side. And let your feet come to the mat. Take cobbler's pose, knees wide, arms a little away from your body, taking a nose breath in. Filling up, filling up, filling up, little pause. And then as the exhale occurs through the pursed lips, slowly let your head turn towards the left. Gentle roll of your head. Inhaling, slowly bring your face back to center. And the exhale, we take it over towards the right. Inhaling, head back to center, bring your knees back up. The feet are pressing down and bring your palms tucked under your low back. And take both legs straight up into the air on an inhale. Flex your feet on the exhale. Barbie doll feet on the inhale, so pushing through the ball of the feet, the toes are turned back. Exhale into flexed feet. Just do that twice more. Barbie doll feet on the inhale, spreading toes. The ball of the feet protruding. Exhale, we are pushing through the heels. And one more time. Barbie feet. And exhale, flexed feet. Nice. We stay here for the breath in. The left leg on exhale slowly lowers to the ground. Right leg stays up in the air. Inhaling, we'll raise that left leg again. Holding it at the top while the right leg exhales slowly down to the mat. Bringing that right leg up on inhale. Lovely. Free up your arms. Exhale them wide out from your shoulders. So we've got a big, open, spacious heart, relaxed legs. Inhale your legs wider, straddle legs, flexed feet, turning the toes downwards. And exhale, squeeze your legs back together. Continue with the legs wide. Inhale, flexed feet. Exhaling, draw it all back together. And as we did, wide legs and back together. And this time, the wide legs. As we bring the legs together, wrap the left leg over the right above the knee, bend both knees, and wrap your shins so you're tucking that foot behind the ankle. So we've got the legs wrapped now. Bring your hands to hold your head. Fill up with a breath, and then exhale, curl up, head, chest, and bring your knees closer to your face. Head back down, the wrapped legs move away. Breathing in, extend the long legs. Exhale, curl inwards. And we've got 3 to go of these. And the last one coming up. Good. Let your head land on the mat, the arms go out wide, and let your foot land on the mat also, moving your hips slightly to your right. And then let's take the knees to the left. Even though the left leg is on top, we're letting the knees drop to the left, bringing us into our first spinal twist. And let this be a moment to feel your breath again, to drop right in. Pausing to experience breath. On the next breath in, bring the knees back up, uncross them. Find the sacrum with your low back, and then take both legs up into the air, straight up, flexed feet. Wide legs, breathe in, toes pointing downwards. Exhale, bring your legs closer together. Wide legs, breathe in. Legs closer together. One more time, wide legs. This time the right leg wraps over the left, and fold your legs together, bringing your hands to your head. And we do our little sit-ups here. Take the legs away on the breath in, curl up on the exhalation. Take your time. And one more, please, curling up. Your head comes to rest on the mat, your arms sweep wide, and one foot lands. Scoot your hips little left, and now the wrapped legs drop towards the right. Little twist to the right, soften, relax into it. A moment to let go any effort, to come into presence. And how we can tune into the feeling of the breath in this shape. On the inhale, bring your legs back up, uncross. From the centralized sacrum, slide both legs straight out on the mat this time, pushing through the heels and making your both legs longer. And taking your both arms overhead as well, making them longer too, feeling how that stretch goes all the way into the side body. Begin now to walk both feet towards the right and your upper body towards the right as well, coming into a crescent moon shape. And we're going to be here for the 3 breaths, the inhale getting longer each time. So we'll go together. Breathe out. Inhale now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the stretch, blow the breath away. This time we're breathing in for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the intensity of the stretch and then blow the breath away. Adding on 1 more to the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And blow the breath away, softening the limbs. And making your way back to center. Pause a moment at center. Legs relax a moment. And then from the center line again, flexed feet, vigorously long legs, arms overhead, and shimmy your way to crescent moon now towards your right. Really feel that left side body stretch as we practice now our breaths. Breathe out and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the vigor, blow the breath away. It's time for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the vigor as we blow the breath away. Last one. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And blow the breath away, this time softening the limbs and sliding back to the center line to bend the knees so your sacrum can adjust to the middle. And draw now your right foot into your right hand like a happy baby. The foot's facing up, the knees pressing down pushed with your strong arm. Slide the left leg straight and hold it just above the floor as we take the left arm also straight above. Just 3 breaths, equal in and out. And release. Switching sides. Grab a hold of your left foot, have it facing straight up. So we've got that 90-degree angle behind the behind the left knee. The right leg is straight, just above the floor. Some vigor. And your right arm next to your ear, also vigorous. 3 breaths, please. Great. And on this exhale, bend the right knee and reach for your right foot. So now we're in happy baby pose. 3 breaths. And release the feet, roll over and come to hands and knees. As always, the blocks are useful to have at hand. Good, so from hands and knees, bring your right leg straight out, ball of the foot on the mat, upper body twist to the left. So reach your left arm, the arms in one long line, and we look up while breathing in, turning the face downwards while breathing out. 2 more times, just slow breath, slow head movement. This exhale will bring the hand and the knee back to immediately take second side, the left leg straight, open to the right, stretch the arm into one long line, and we take those 3 breaths moving the head. Good. Exhale, bring the hand down. We'll take puppy dog now. So walk your knees back a little bit if you're near the front of the mat. Puppy dog, we keep the butt high over the knees and we stretch the arms long, bringing the chest closer to the mat. Chest or brow. And stretching your arms long, opening into the underarms. And walk your way back out. Back to 4s. Little upper body twist again. So with the knees close together, take your right arm out to the right and thread that under your left wrist or lowering to the mat, only to come out again and repeat. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, thread under. One more time. And thread under. Stay for 3 breaths. And unthread. Good, knees are close together. We take second side, so it's the left arm. Out to the left, breathe in. Thread behind your right wrist, breathe out. 2 more times. Looking good, everyone. Flowing now, we're in the breath flow. This third one, we're going to stay and flow with the continuous breath. And unthread. Making our way now to downward dog. Palms forward, curl toes, and take your knees up. And have a little moment here, finding your downward dog. Noticing how your body comes online in this shape and all the places that it activates, and meeting them with kindness, with compassion. If you're feeling a little tight or a little fatigued, a little achy, on the next exhale, simply bring your knees down to all 4s. Ease the wrists. And now we'll take that diagonal line of the right leg parallel to the mat and the left arm forward. So level hips, right leg back, left arm forward. Stay to breathe here. Now equal in and out breath. So once you've found your balance point, and even if you're teetering a bit, let the breath smoothen things. On the exhale, bring the hand and the knee down, going immediately into second side. Left leg parallel, the right arm reaching forward. Establish the shape, and then give yourself completely to your shaped breath, equally in and out. On the exhale, we'll come out. Good, and returning now to downward dog. From downward dog, let's take the right leg high up, way high behind and up. On the exhale, bring the knee to your nose, your shoulders over wrists. If this feels a lot today, do it from hands and knees. Same leg goes up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. And this time, can you bring your right foot forward to the front of the mat? And we've got the blocks at hand here to bring under each hand to make the arms a little longer. And now push through the back heel. Lowered gaze or closed eyes for 3 breaths in this lovely strong shape. As you exhale again, prepare for twist to the right. Open the right arm, open the heart space. 3 breaths. We look up on in, and we look down on out. So anytime you need to bring that back knee down, feel free. On this exhale, we'll lower the hand, put the blocks to the side, and step back to 3-legged dog. That right leg again, high. Circle the right foot this time. And reverse. And bring your right foot next to your left foot. As we take from downward dog, second side, left leg high. Just give it a lovely lift, explore that space. Fill out with the breath. The exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times. And this third one, bring your left foot to the front of the mat. Bring your blocks in. Establish this lunge, the alignment of it. And then the 3 conscious breaths, totally focused on breath. Adding now the twist to the left. Exhale, come back down, return to downward dog with that left leg now high. And circling the left foot in each direction. Good. Now if we lower the foot, walk them back a little bit so we can pivot to plank and come all the way down for Sphinx pose. A little upper back bend. Again, it's about the breathing. Once you find yourself in the pose, letting your breath be your point of focus. Feel free to stay here or press your palms down and take your elbows off the mat, coming into seal pose, a little deeper into the low back. And then on the exhale, lower down, slide your hands and press to hands and knees. And take your seat back towards the heels. And now come again to hands and knees, all fours. Coming into cow-cat slowly with breath. So we find the flow in the spinal movement, inhaling and exhaling, tucking under, lower the chin. Stay with this now, undulating the spine. One more time. Good. Now from all fours, reach for your blocks. And take the right leg up behind, step the foot through, pressing it down to now raise your arms overhead. Stretch the arms up. On an exhale, lower them back down to your sides. Left arm lifts up next to the ear, side bend to the right. Good. And so now this is our second side bend. The first one we were lying on our backs. And so stay with your breath, making each inhale one step longer. Two more breaths. Great. We're going to inhale our way back to upright, lowering the right arm again behind the back. And this time the left arm reaches way forward and hooks over the knee, and we twist to the right. Good. Exhaling, bring your hands back to the blocks and take the right knee back to do that same sequence now with the left leg, lifting up behind, step the foot through, press the foot down as we inhale, the arms upright, and lowering them alongside. Notice here if you can tell which way we bent last time. So we're going to take the right arm next to the ear, get long, side bend towards the left, staying here for those three increasing in length inhales. So there's a stability needed here. Last one, long inhale. Stay in the side bend when you get to the exhale. Now inhale the both arms and reach up. And then lower your left arm to behind your back to get longer on the right side, to come forward and hook over your left thigh. upper body twisting, left hand, palms together, kneeling twist. And returning your hands to the blocks to take your knee back. Please choose either a downward dog or an extended child's pose. See what your body wants. Both are stretching the spines, drawing the hips back. Nice, everybody. So now if you are in downward dog, bring your knees down. And if you're in child's pose, let's all come to an upright kneeling position. So we're standing on the knees and getting ready for a little forward bending. So placing now your left arm behind. Inhale, bring your right arm straight up, get really long, slight little back bend. Exhale, reach forward and come as far as you can to inhale slowly back up. Exhale, come forward. One more time. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhaling, we come forward. All the way up to lower the arm and to switch sides. Right arm behind, left arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Twice more. Coming forward. We come all the way up, taking both arms up now, little back bend, and exhale both arms forward this time, bringing your hands to the front of the mat. To inhale now, your shoulders over your wrists, and then to exhale, let your pelvis move forward while your arms stay straight and your heart lifts. Stay here for in. Exhale, draw your hips back, use your core, and let your hands slide near the knees to rise again onto this kneeling position, arms extended. Coming forward. Shoulders open. Pose. Good, everyone, and now slowly make your way all the way onto your tummy, taking a little moment to rest on your folded hands. Let your back settle. Good, and so now you might need to move those blocks a little bit out of the way. Bring your arms alongside, palms down little ways from your body. Inhale, raise your chest, your arms, and your both legs. And exhale, come on down, looking to your left as your right ear lands. Repeat, come up, inhale, arms and legs. Exhale, lower down on your left ear. And do 2 more each side. coming up, lowering down, turn your head. Inhale, coming up, lower down. And now we have one more to each side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn your head. And last one, come up. Good, and then this time make a pillow and relax completely your buttocks and your back. Letting go. We go again. Arms alongside, brow towards the mat. This is a little different now. We're going to, on inhale, bring the left arm forward and raise the right leg. Lift up. Exhale, come down onto your right ear. Inhale, head, chest, right arm and left leg. And exhale, come on down and turn your head again, this time on your left ear. Good, coming up. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, return. Left arm, right leg. And return. And please do one more each side. Looking good. And return. And that last one, lift. And return. And rest. Make a pillow and relax. Great. Hands next to your ribs. Come through plank or fours to a downward dog. Slowing down your breaths in downward dog. Good. Walk your feet to the forward end of the mat. And coming to a standing forward bend with your hands on your shins, inhaling to a flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs and all the way to upright now. Arms overhead, coming to prayer pose. Pause for a breath. And sense this moment, your body, your aliveness. And let's flow with the sun salutation variations. Widen up, please. Inhale. Exhale the forward bend. Inhale to the halfway up. Exhale your way to downward dog. And inhale your way to plank, lower down. Good. And as we lower down, bend your right knee and reach for the right foot. Send your left arm forward and lift up. 2 more breaths. And on the exhale, come back all the way through fours, through plank, whichever works for you, and to downward dog. And let's stay here for 3 cycles of breath. Nice, everyone. Ready now? We're coming again to plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Bend your left knee, catch the foot with your left hand, reach the right arm forward and lift up every part of you that you can. 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhale, go back. We'll meet up in downward dog. Or child's pose for 3 cycles of breath. Now we'll walk the feet to the front of the mat. Halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Come up all the way. And come to prayer pose. Good. From this position, step your right foot back, not too far. And extend your right arm straight in the air, bringing your left arm behind the back. Heart lifting, inhale, little back bend. Long reach, exhale, right arm and torso comes forward to come up again on inhale. Big reach, exhale forward. One more. All the way up. Both arms overhead. And prayer pose as we step forward. And pause a moment here. And we'll step now the left foot back. Taking the left arm straight up, back, right arm behind the back, big lift, inhale, and steady feet come forward. Letting your breath propel these movements. Coming to our last one. And as we come all the way up, both arms can go up. Little back bend and step forward. Doing great, everyone. Let's take a wide stance along the length of the mat. So nice wide legs, heart lifting on inhale, forward bend on exhale. Looking good, and inch your hands forward as your hips, thighs pull back. Good, lengthening of your spine, separating of the discs. Filling it all with your deep breaths. And bring your hands back to the hips. Catch the inhale to come upright. And from here, we're going to move into a lovely side bend of triangle pose. So we're going out to your right. Strong, steady, straight legs. Good, reach through the arms, breathe in, and over we go. Exhale. So as we've been doing with the breath, move your head, looking up on in, turning to look up, and on the exhale, turning to look down. Beautiful way to practice balance. One more breath. And then root the feet to inhale all the way to upright. And let your arms rest a moment as we switch the leg position to second side. Grounding, spreading, and lifting on the in. Over we go on the exhale. So we're tilted in triangle pose over your right leg. Both legs straight. One's steady. Move your head with your breath. That's it. Second side. So it's your left leg that's turned out. Last moving head breath, rooting the feet, and when you get there, the inhale brings you upright. Bring the hands to hips, parallel the feet, and line them up on the same plane. To lift the heart, come forward again, straddle, forward bend, hands reach forward, hips back. And hands come back to the hips. Inhale to rise. All the way up, little back bend, clasp hands this time. We're coming forward again, same pose, but with the arms now behind. Up and over. Crown low, arms overhead. 3 breaths. So we begin to really feel the shape, feel the sensations. Now hands come back to the hips or the thighs and make your way back up. And take a moment to stand in mountain pose. And feel all this. A lot of energy channels that we've opened. Letting prana flow. Enlivening, but at the same time calming, which is the beautiful gift of yoga. Great. So I'd like to do today, we haven't done it for a long time, camel pose. So that's a lovely back bend that we do on a kneeling position. So come on down. And let's bring the blocks near the feet in the high setting. So we're all going to take good care of the back, not overdo it. We've done a lot of warming up here. And the blocks near your feet are going to be more accessible than your feet. But our first go at this is simply from the kneeling position, bringing your hands to the sacrum and the elbows back. Good. And then draw the tail under and lift your heart and take your shoulders back and then just begin to arch back your upper back. You don't need to let your head hang back. Sometimes the neck doesn't like that at all. And we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Your hands are supporting the low back. Now when you are ready, we're going to inhale, come back to upright. So core helps you come back to upright and release your arms for a moment. Great. If that does not feel good on your back, just take a break in child's pose. If all is well, we either do it again or go a little deeper. So hands on sacrum, elbows back, heart lifts. Begin to arch back And now the possibility of reaching for a block with one or both hands. Great, so we want to spread across the collarbones, across the chest. Tail is down, heart is spreading. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, draw your belly in, power up to inhale, come back to upright. Good. And tuck your tail, squeeze your buttocks and your fists and do a little tightening and a release. Just a teensy little counter pose. Great. So do it one more time if you're up for it. Know that any time, please listen to your body. This time we could go all the way and reach for the heels. So one way to do that is to simply tuck your toes, bringing your heels, and if you've got big feet, it's going to be a little easier. Or just use your blocks again. Good. Tuck your tail, spread your heart, and then reach for your blocks or your heels, or stay with your hands. And now this full, beautiful camel pose, giving yourself completely to this lovely back bend for 2 more breaths. As you are ready, bring your hands back to the sacrum and draw the belly in to come back up. Good. And now our counter pose is hands to thighs, and put a little weight bracing on your thighs, helping this forward bend back to the mat. And we'll take wide-kneed extended child's pose. So stretch that low back out. Take the 3 breaths here. You can also just stretch out in downward dog. Great, and then come forward, come onto your back, and hug the knees in, which is really a really lovely way to soothe the low back. If anything felt too much on your back, hug knees in. With a hand on each knee, roll your knees in a circular action, soothing the sacrum, and 3 times each way. And reverse. As you complete, bring your feet to the mat. We're setting up now for bridge pose. So your feet press down a lot and your hands are near the feet. Bring your hips up and clasp hands under your body or hold your mat, keeping your feet really parallel. If you're tired today, use a block under the sacrum as a little support. As we'll stay in bridge now for a few specific breathing patterns. And it is this very active exhalation. So as you breathe in, feel how your lungs fill and your ribs spread. Hold that a moment. And now, as we exhale, pull your pelvic floor in, your low belly in, and let the breath squeeze out of your lower body. Relax the core and pelvis to fill up. And again, that active exhalation. Pelvic floor, low belly, drawing inward. Release for the generous breath in. One more active exhalation. Good. Undo the clasped hands. Place them palms down on the mat. tuck your tail to lower your back, pinning your hands or your wrists, and slide your legs straight as we now come into fish pose, Matsyasana. So very actively straight legs, forearms, elbows on the mat. Lift your chest up, upper back comes off the mat, chin lifts, head hangs back or rests lightly on the crown. Keep your legs very active. Forearms support this lift. And we're spreading across the heart space. Some of you might activate the core, take your both legs just up off the mat. Feels too much, keep your legs active on the mat. Next exhale, lower the legs, tuck the chin, lower down, and reach for your head with your hands, and pick your head up so that the head is now supported as you look down towards the flexed feet. Counterposing the neck. Good, and then gently let your head come to rest, softening the whole body for a moment. And feel this. So it drops us into a calm state, but at the same time we've invigorated and enlivened, revitalized throughout. So the body awakens and the mind calms down. Please bring now your long straight legs close together and your arms wide out from your shoulders. If you can, palms open, spread across your chest. And your very activated right leg inhales up to vertical. And then bring your right foot to your left hand, rolling onto your left hip. Inhaling, bring it back. And the exhale brings the right leg slowly back to the mat. Both legs stay invigorated. As we inhale the left leg up, bring it across your body. Inhale back to vertical and exhale down. Please do 2 more of those each way. Lifting and across. Good. You might turn your head in the opposite direction. Exhale, lowers the vigorous leg down. The other leg rises, comes across as your head turns the other way. Return to lower, doing great. We've got 1 more each side, taking your time. And as you complete, when you get there, let your body come into this mini Shavasana, complete ease. Good. Please bring your block now under your low back. We'll do block supported shoulder stand or simply block supported bridge pose. So you can keep your feet on the floor. We all want to bring the arms in really close to keep the chest opened and the option to let your legs hang in the air. Now, not vigorous. Now the feet, the ankles, the knees at ease, loosely hanging in the air. Inward attention. And in this shape, we'll breathe the square breath. 5 in, 5 pause, 5 out, 5 pause. We'll do it 3 times, and just cueing yourself, begin. Two more cycles. And last one. When you're ready, resuming normal breathing, bringing your legs down to take the block out and move hips slightly to the right as you lower, so we can wrap the right leg over, and coming now into the supine softening twist, where again we've let go all that vigor, stretch, charge through the limbs, and now we are softening, melting away. Exploring the feeling of breath in a very tender, gentle way. And then to bring it up and rearrange for second side. Make it lovely for yourself to soften and to just dissolve away. Connected to the thread of the breath. And as you complete, come up again, coming out of the twist, setting up now with your props for final relaxation. Make it nice, need to get a little warm, a little supported. Align now along the center line of the body, from which we did most of our movements, forwards, backwards, sideways, and twisting. And as you settle in, I've got a little reflection by Dana Falls, which is called Allow. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in, the wild and the weak. Fear, fantasies, failures and success. When loss rips off the door of the heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. Sense and feel your breath. Returning in the most gentle, tender way with a little movement. Rolling onto your side and resting in gratitude. And as you're ready, please sit. Just lovely to practice with you today, beautiful yogis. Thanks for coming. Namaste.